guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chip, and in today's video I am super stoked because we are diving into some new makeup from the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collection. So this collection released November 1st and it literally broke the internet, demolished, pieces left everywhere. It was hectic. But your girl went to the store. So for this release, I picked up 3 things. So of course, your girl picked up the Conspiracy palette, which is this beautiful, beautiful collection piece right here. And then I also picked up the Controversy. This is the mini palette. All right, and the last piece that I picked up, I was telling myself I didn't need it. And the entire time I was standing in line, I was like, I don't need it. But as soon as I saw it in person, I held it. I needed it. You know, it was just one of those like... So this is the pink pig mirror, and oh my gosh, you guys, like, it is so stunning. So here is the mirror, and I am just so stoked about it, so excited. So I've got both palettes, I've got a mirror, so let's dive into doing a look, and let's just talk about this palette release. Let's get started. Star has mirrors already in his brand, and they're like this. So this is the pink chrome. He has different finishes. So he has chrome and he has like a regular kind of plastic. But I was more drawn to the chrome finish. I just love the reflection. Now the Jeffree Star mirrors retail for $25 and the pig mirrors retail for $30. So it's a $5 increase. But honestly, I feel like the pink mirror just has a little bit more size-wise to it. So I like that, and I feel like it doesn't cut me off weird. So I can see like literally my whole face in the mirror. The quality is fantastic. Now this did ship out of Jeffree Star Cosmetics, so I knew quality would be really well and really good, and the packaging of the mirror was very secure. It's a beautiful piece to have. I think it's just different, and I'm really excited to have it. So yeah, this wasn't meant to be in my hand at the end of the day, but once I saw it, I'm really happy that I did get this mirror. Okay, so mirror, happy with, very happy with. Now I didn't pick up any of the lipsticks from the launch. I just wasn't drawn to the variety of pinks. And then the Shane Dawson Velour liquid lipstick I didn't pick up. It just, when I swatched it, I wasn't really like moved by it. But maybe I'll pick it up later just as a collection piece. But for right now, I didn't need it, so I didn't pick it up. I mean, really, what do I need? Nothing. So first we have the Conspiracy palette. Guys, if you guys have watched the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star type of series that they've been doing on Shane's channel, I will link it down below if you haven't caught up with it. You will know just the path it took to create this palette, which I think was a really cool aspect for that series. We've never seen that before. Usually we just see like Instagram posts or Twitter posts like, oh, a palette's coming up. So what I think was really cool about this palette is that we were able to see it from the birth of the idea of it, and then also through like manufacturing it, making it, and here it is in our hands. So as a consumer, that was a cool aspect, and this is Shane Dawson's very first makeup palette, so that is also pretty neat. As far as packaging, I really love the way that it was designed. I like the lettering going from big to small, and then you have the SD triangle with a little Jeffree heart star, little pink detail there, and it has that black swirl effect all over the palette, and also continuing on the back. And also continuing on the back, you also have more black swirls and information provided about the palette. So for this palette, this is a cruelty-free palette. It has 18 shades, and each shade is 1.50 grams or 0.05 ounces. I will leave the price of the whole palette and also price per shade if you are interested in that. Now also keep in mind that this eyeshadow palette is a mixture of eyeshadows and pressed pigments, and I will also leave in this video what eyeshadows are considered pressed pigments, because these have a warning associated with them and they're not intended to be used around your eyes. Now, I have been using pressed pigments for some time and I have never had a reaction, but of course that is my face, my eyes. my skin. You know what's best for yourself, so make sure you do your research before you purchase this palette if you are concerned about using pressed pigments. Okay, so with that being said, and also this is stamped to last 12 months, and of course I've got palettes I use past the stamp date because I feel like they're still fine. So let's take a look. When we open the palette, we have a really nice sized mirror. Now this definitely reminds me of the Blue Blood palette packaging. The only difference for me is really, I mean, it's black, but you also have this like raised kind of aesthetic, you know, to the palette, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little different, but it is bulky. Okay, so when we are looking into the palette, here are the shades. So we have 3 rows and a couple of columns, and again, we have 18 shades in here. Now, I was very skeptical about the top row just because I felt like a lot of these nudes wouldn't look really good on me. You have a second row of vibrant neon colors, and then the bottom row of more of your dark colors with a pop of this like mint teal green here, which is called What's the Tea. The formula of these shadows are very nice, very buttery smooth, very identical to Jeffree Star's brand, which is something else that I really loved, is that I know Jeffree Star's makeup products. So his Blue Blood, his Jawbreaker, Mini Breaker, Alien, all of his palettes have that power pigment and that the formula. It's really a good eyeshadow formula. But with that being said, the Jawbreaker palette being all pastels, I do have to use a white base just to help those colors pop. So I knew that I would be okay with the Jeffree Star formula. So this being Shane Dawson's first eyeshadow palette, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the colors that he put in here. It's his first one. Like, we can't be so harsh on him. You know, it's his first baby. If he does more makeup releases, he will learn from this and just hopefully give us more color options, because when I look at this palette, I'm a little bit uninspired as far as my creative juices. I'm like, I really just don't know where to go. You know, as far as packaging, I give packaging a 10 out of 10. I think it is fantastic. It is aesthetically pleasing. I am so happy with packaging. The color options, I give a 7 out of 10. I'm not really wowed by the colors in the palette, but again, this is one of those iconic pieces. So I'm excited to do a makeup look for you guys using this palette. I've already done my brows off camera, and I will leave a link up above in this video and down below if you're interested to see how I do my brows before any of my looks. And let's zoom in, grab our mirror, and put something on our eyes. So to begin this look, I'll be using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original to prime my eyelids before we add the eyeshadow. So to start this look, I'll be jumping in with Not a Fact, and I'll be using the Sephora Pro Domed Crease Brush number 16, packing on the color on this brush and placing it in my transition area and blending it out. Jeffree Star's pigmentation on his dark shades do well for deeper skin tone. So I feel like anything that shows up well on me will definitely show up well on fairer skin tones as well. I'm just a little worried about like the lighter shades in the palette. Now what I'm doing here is just patting the eyeshadow down because I want to make sure I have the correct shape before we move on to another color. So just make sure that the pigmentation is exactly where you want it and the shape is where you want it. So I want to make sure that it is a nice dome look. We'll be jumping into Pigment, which I think is the cutest type of name for an eyeshadow, and we'll be using the Sephora Pro Cream Shadow number 24. The pigmentation of Pigment isn't bad. It's coming off as like a very soft bubblegum pink on my skin tone, and it's building up okay. So if I want it to be more of a vibrant pink, I would just have to add more layers. But as far as the pigmentation, no pun intended, but as far as the pigmentation on just sitting on the eyeshadow primer, it's working pretty well. So the next shade we will dive into is called Diet Cola. So I'm gonna use my finger to apply this onto the middle space of my eyelid. Now this shade, I knew this is kind of like a metallic shade from the palette, and I knew that this would have a really good color payoff because Jeffree Star's metallics are to die for. They're honestly the softest, butter smooth type of finish I've ever felt. Now to get into the tighter areas that my finger couldn't fit, I'll be using the Sephora Pro brush number 76. This is a flat concealer brush, but I do like using this for eyeshadows as well. And just placing it in the areas that I wouldn't be able to reach with my finger because it's just too small. So I'll be using the Black Radiance Fine Line Liquid Liner in black and doing a very bold wing. Honestly, the best. Like, this liner is so black and so easy to create a wing with. The best. Love it. Okay, and to coat my lashes, I'll be using the Tarte Big Ego mascara. This is just in black, and I'll be doing a nice coat for my top and bottom lashes. And for lashes today, we're jumping into the Bombshell Cosmetica lashes. These are in the style Burger, and I feel like this look just needed some very full length bomb lashes. Okay, so here is the difference with and without lashes, and I think that lashes for this look just really help put it to that next level. So I just want to finish off my eyes, so I'm diving back into Not a Fact and Pigment, and I'm going to place that under my waterline and blend it out. Okay, and to finish off this look, let's dive into Ranch, and I'm using the Sephora Pro Flat Concealer number 76, and we're going to apply this right to the inner corner eye duct area. Wow. That is pigmented. Okay, so that finishes off the look, so let's zoom out and take an overall look of what we have done. So here is the final look. I dove into the ColourPop Luxe Cream Lipstick in Layover, and I topped that with the Fenty Lip Balm Lip Gloss in Fussy, and this is it. I really did enjoy creating this look, and overall, I feel like the eyeshadows that I used performed really well for just having a very neutral type of eyeshadow base. I still think that some of the bright neons, so like food videos, would need a white base, and the top shades like Tanacon and Diet Root Beer, I would definitely use those more as transition colors. As far as the Conspiracy palette goes, I do enjoy using it. The formula is just like the Jeffree Star company. It's Jeffree Star branded type of eyeshadows. So if you are used to that formula, this eyeshadow palette is definitely in that same realm. And I didn't jump into the Controversy palette, so I will do a separate video on that coming soon so we can play with these colors as well. Okay, so the overall question is the Conspiracy palette dark skin approved, or women of color, or just deeper skin tone approved? And I would say it is. I think it does pass the test, but you do have to build a little bit. So that would be my only like foreseen kind of disclaimer is that yes, for this palette you will have to build up a few of the lighter shades, and here is a swatch of food videos, just a one-time go. So I feel like this, I would still have to build this up. So let's add more on top, and then we start to see this really vibrancy of the actual like color in the pan starting to pop up. So just keep that in mind for darker, deeper skin tones, that this palette will work on you. You just have to build a little bit more. But let me know what you think of the eyeshadow look down below. And as far as an overall makeup look, I really do like it. I was kind of teetering on if I should play with the Trisha shade, but I think I like the way that the Diet Cola sat on the eyelid. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. And yeah, so let me know what you think of this video down below. Have you picked up anything from the collection? And if so, what have you got? What are you interested in? I would love to just talk shop with you guys. So don't forget to leave a comment down below. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and you'll be notified when I post a video. Thank you everyone for all your love and support. I really do appreciate it. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.